We love you.
Don't worry, I'll go.
All right, I want to welcome everyone. Happy May. And I am delighted, as always, to start our Art with Liz class by thanking the Hoboken Public Library. We are so lucky to be sponsored by this magnificent library that has enabled us during what is still a period of COVID to have these classes that are hybrid so that folks can enjoy from the comfort of their own studio space or home or here in person at the beautiful, spacious, historic Hoboken Library. We thank Laura Nattel, our great favorite librarian. And today we're very lucky to have the director of the library with us today. And I'm going to introduce her formally in a moment. We're honored, in fact, to have the director of the library in-house with us today. So, and we also have a new member of our class today. She is an artist who has discovered us through word of mouth. Stephanie recommended our class. Thank you, Stephanie. And her name, correct me if I'm mispronouncing, her name is Aisha. We are not going to do introductions today. I already explained to Aisha that we have a lot of ground to cover, and I feel we don't have enough time to do full introductions today, but we welcome you, Aisha. So glad that you found us. May, as I mentioned to folks, many of you who were with me yesterday, May, and I mentioned this last week, I believe, is Asian, Pacific Island, and Hawaiian American History Month in the United States. And because of that, we are going to celebrate every Wednesday the contributions of Asian, Pacific Island, and Hawaiian American artists or Asian peoples throughout the diaspora all over the world, artists who have contributed to the aesthetic and the culture of the United States. Today, we are going to launch our research and study of Asian artists with two young Chinese women. And if I mispronounce their names, if anyone feels so moved to correct my pronunciation, Estee's already guaranteed that she's going to correct me. Their names are Andria Lo and Valerie Luu. They are two young Chinese women who have worked in collaboration. One is a photographer and the other a writer. And they have discovered the wonder and the beauty and the magic of the style of elderly Chinese people. And they have traveled to multiple Chinese communities throughout the United States. They've been to different Chinatowns in major cities across America, and they have photographed these folk in their fantastically wonderful clothing. And we're going to start today by watching a short video, technological goddess allowing. We're going to watch a short video clip of the two women being interviewed on what I think is Good Morning America. You know, I'm not a media person. They're being interviewed by Huma Abedin, her name is. So let's see, we're going to go to share screen. And I believe this is the video. Let's see. Yes. So, Laura, I already need technical assistance. Yeah, I wanted to enlarge, but because of the toolbar, well, maybe I can move the toolbar. Let's try that. Yes, okay, never mind. Folks at home, can you see the image of the video? Would somebody give me a thumbs up?
Style is really
Got it.
of contrast, a lot of pattern clashing. And a big
Robin, you're gesturing. Maybe you could unmute.
Yeah, now I got it. It's on now. Thank you.
Okay. So we're starting from the Hoda is her name. Hoda and Jenna.
Chinatown Pretty style is really this patchwork of contrast, a lot of pattern clashing and a big mix of colors.
Oh, my video's on. How are you? Yeah. I am on here. But the video's on.
Senior citizens in the city's Chinatown would just look at each other and be like, "Did you see that? Where did they
Yeah, look to.
How did they make in 2014 after the Winsome Day?
Folks at home, please remember to mute.
Okay.
Chinatown Pretty. Check celebrating the street style of seniors living in the neighborhood. With a Cantonese translator, the duo takes laps around the area and stops fashionable locals for a photo and an interview. And we would say, "Good morning, Joseon," and usually just compliment them on a thing that catches our eye. And from there, we try to color days going and let the conversation evolve naturally. After 7 years of doing gallery shows and articles for local magazines, Chinatown Pretty became a book featuring more than 100 senior citizens from 6 Chinatowns across North America. One person we met was this woman in a magical alleyway called Rough Alley in San Francisco, and we asked her to lift up the lace pants. There are these pink socks that read, "My favorite salad is mine," which is like the last thing you would expect them. I think that's the running theme throughout the outfits is the element of surprise. Through fashion, Valerie and Andria were able to connect and unlock countless stories. It's a demographic that doesn't get seen or heard a lot, and it's important to share their stories. A lot of them have immigrated, leaving their families behind due to the war, or refugees, list goes on and on. And there's so much resilience that we can learn from them. One senior featured in the San Francisco chapter is 87-year-old Dorothy G.C. Clark, who's also known as Polka Dot. She works as a tour guide and documentary film researcher, and in her free time distributes food pantry deliveries to neighbors. I get to match whatever's given to me to make outfits out of it. It's comfortable for me. I don't follow any fashion. I have my own fashion. If I'm called Polka Dot, I should have at least one outfit. She was born and raised in Chinatown, and she has a lot of history there. It was very difficult because we were discriminated. My father had died when I was 12 years old. The 7 siblings became very difficult to survive. But I got married after the 2nd year of college and decided to move. But I was determined to come back someday where my roots are. Dorothy was walking me through Chinatown and telling me stories of her childhood there from growing up, and I've learned so much from her. I was so proud and so surprised that people love it. The writing that Valerie has commentaries on really explains a lot about people. It really gives a highlight that immigrants, especially, they have life that can be full. The first quarter of 2021 saw a 169% increase in anti-Asian hate crimes. It is Andria and Valerie's hope that Chinatown Pretty can shine a light on the humanity, understanding, and joy that can occur when we stop and connect with one another. I think that Chinatown Pretty is one example of how we can perhaps change or expand the general public of who and what we are by revealing some of our personal stories that go with the fashion. We are living beings, and we are as human as anyone else. They're in their 80s and 90s and living their best urban lives. They're meeting with friends in the park. playing chess. They're watching opera. We go by Pop Pop Ole, which is damn grandma, you look good in Cantonese. Damn grandma, you look good. That is awesome. Oh God, I hope you guys check this out. Check out Chinatown Pretty. Head to today.com/shop.
Today is an invention. All right, so I should have prefaced the video by telling you I chose these artists because those of you who've been with me for a very long time have heard this from me before. Art can change the world. So these are two young women who believe that through their art, through their photography, through their writing, they can change the perception of people about assumptions, stereotypes that they have. And I personally believe that's a wonderful thing. And we're going to work with that ourselves today in the projects that we're going to pursue. But before I tell you about what we're going to create, I want to do a quick slideshow of some of the pictures you saw very rapidly in the video. I want to look at some of them a little more closely so we can talk about the artistic and aesthetic value of each image. So we're going to share the screen again. Are there any thoughts or comments before I move on to the slideshow? Oops. Yeah, let me show this. Laura. That would be awesome. Oh, and the formal introduction for those of you who are here, I completely forgot, forgive me. This is, may we call you Jenny? This is Jenny, the director of the Hoboken Public Library. So thank you for coming.
I just wanted to thank you all for being such great supporters of our Liz, of the library. Total coincidence. I know I'm of Asian. I'm Chinese American. Total coincidence that I happen to be here for this class, this lecture. But I want to thank you.
It's a happy serendipitous coincidence.
And actually, it's my personal goal to someday be a school as the Chinatown fashionista. Because my mom does.
You're on the road, right?
Oh, yeah. So I'm sorry I can't stay for class. It's my work to do, but hopefully to meet all of you. So many of you, and online too, have been longtime supporters. Yeah, tell me, Laura, what to do. Oh, yes.
Can
Sorry.
she be seen now that I have the slideshow up? So, okay, we're going to stop the share, folks.
I apologize. for
No.
interrupting. Here
Here
we
is
go.
the director of the
Hi,
Hoboken
everyone.
Library.
Wow, what a testament to the power of art and community,
Yes.
and to Liz. You are a gem. You're a gem in this town. I've seen it. You don't need me to say that because you're here. And so we are so grateful that you continue this wonderful program. And everyone at home, I hope someday we can meet in person, but otherwise, I look forward to seeing more of your creations. I know through your videos, your classes. I want to thank Laura for facilitating this.
And thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
the feeling's mutual. And I should mention, not to embarrass you, but in the past, we've had exhibitions of our work here. So we
And
look
we
forward to
shall.
that possibility
Oh,
in the
no.
future.
We're making room for more art on our first floor. We're moving up the collections from the temporary downstairs up to the third floor to open up our children's room because I want an art gallery downstairs for
Bravo.
community art. So you'll be the first to exhibit.
You heard that
You
right
heard that right here.
Woohoo!
All right. Have a great
Because
class.
there are very talented people in this class, at
Yes.
home and here.
Yes, you heard it online. Thank you.
Wow. All right.
I would love to stay for this. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you for coming, Jenny. All right, let's do our slideshow. And Laura, what were you going to say? Oh, no, I did that wrong. Oh, okay. Okay, now what have I done wrong? Okay, we have kids coming through. Hi, kids. Ah, now we're good to go. But guys, comments, what did you think of the video? I'm surprised there are no comments. Are you holding comments for the slideshow? Okay. So the photographer is Andria Lo, and the writer is Valerie Luu, and they've been chasing after fashionable seniors on the streets of Chinatown since 2014. And they started in San Francisco, and their project is called Chinatown Pretty. And their subjects of the photographs are as far-ranging as fortune tellers and fruit vendors, to other people. These are the two young women. I don't know who is who is who is whom, who is whom. I don't know who Valerie is and who Andria is. I think Valerie is the person on the right. Ooh, good. And the name of their book is Chinatown Pretty. They're pretty stylish themselves, I must say. Okay, first picture. Now, as an elderly person myself, I never think of myself as stylish, but I also love looking at how people who've reached a certain age, the age that I think of as my own, where we could care less what other people think of how we dress. When we just dress for comfort, I think we do create our own visual style. And artistically, I love how the photographer, Andria, tends to fill up the whole picture with the full figure of the person. I like that. In this one, she's backed up to show the full figure, maybe because she's loving the shoes that this person is wearing. And apologies right out front. Remember, these are digital images, so when they're enlarged, they get really pixelated. Okay, no comments. We'll move on to the next. Love this woman's colors. And unfortunately, I don't know which cities these people are in. Heather, go ahead. The depth of field in this photograph is quite wonderful. Yes, and the reds, the way she's used the green and the reds to move our eye backwards into space is really great photography. I love the shadows. That also helps us to focus on the figure of the woman. It's beautiful composition work. She's styling. Nice use of darks in this photograph. The dark shadow in the hat, plus the darks in the buildings, and then the darks going all the way back, different things. I don't know what this is, garbage can, the dark figures. This looks like an arcade, but I think it's outdoors. Because you see how bright the light is up here? I'm guessing it's out of doors. And I don't know what city this is. I didn't realize they also did Vancouver, or I forgot. The largest in North America? After where? San Francisco? You have? Is it big?
It's not exactly as big as the Pacific is covered, not as big as been in New York. But it had his Chinese stuff.
All right. This might be Polka Dots, the woman who was the focus of the interview with Hoda on the Today Show. Jenna, Hoda, and whose daughter? Oh, right, Bush's daughter. See, I'm not a media person. I don't watch those shows. Sorry, guys. But it's a big deal that these young women were on that show, right? That's quite an accomplishment that they've been recognized in that way. Yes. And I love that the bench also is kind of sagging downwards. And the writing on the wall is just, the photographer, Andrea, definitely has a great eye for composition. I love the darkness underneath the bench. All of this works beautifully. And all of these strong horizontals juxtaposed with the strong vertical of the figure of the woman, really powerful visually. Yes, yep, the way her arm is. It's a great photo. The textured wall, the smooth cement, very nice. The texture of the clothing and the dotted blouse all work beautifully together. She captured the moment. Well, this is one of my favorites, this one. Absolutely love this picture. Does it remind you of a famous painting that we've looked at in this class? With a pitchfork. Yes,
American Gothic.
thank you. I was actually blocking the name of it. Who was that, Margot?
Yep.
Excellent. American Gothic. And I'm assuming these folks are retired. Don't they look happy and relaxed? Again, great depth of field in this image. The way the lines go back into space, it really helps the viewer focus on the figures in the front. Great color, great shapes, love it. And you really focus on the people's beautiful faces. Okay. Now, you cannot deny that this person has style, right? Am I right? Isn't he cool? He's cool. Or she. I'm not sure the gender, and doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Again, great composition. These boxes, the black line of the door, the edge of this building, all emphasize the strong verticality of the figure. And then this great, crazy shadow over here, these jaggedy edges of the shadow really echo and emphasize the edges of his clothing and his hat. And the necklace, whoa, love it. This shadow here and the shadow of his hands, really a great photograph. Anybody out there not think photography is an art form? Here or in the digital world, in the Zoom audience? I'm ready to argue that with you. Just wonderful for me. Love the color. Just these two spots of bright color in an otherwise quite dark composition. makes this photograph magic. Sally, you like this one? Did you get a picture? Okay, good. And how much do I want to be this woman? I want to be her. She looks so happy. And again, you know, with photography, you never know what's conscious and what happens accidentally. But I find this inclusion of this doorknob genius. It's just genius because it emphasizes her elbows, which makes my eye go up to her face and then down again to look at the texture and design and patterning in her clothing. I notice the beads, just everything about this I love. Heather. I do not. Anyone willing or knowing what this says? Don't want to put anyone on the spot, but does anyone want to translate what this says? No. That's okay. Not required. And I've saved the best till last, I think. Polka Dot herself. Look at this gorgeous fabric. And her hat. We can't say enough about this hat, right? She might have made it, I don't know. SC, what did you say? I did not hear. She's gorgeous woman, absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. And they said she was in her 80s. Yeah.
Liz, I just wanted to make a comment.
Please.
When we see how happy these people are, from my own experience, the elderly in the Chinese culture are revered, and the children will do anything for them. And I think maybe part of why you see them so happy is related to their position in the family and the support that they receive from their children. Just a comment, it's just because we were looking at all these happy people, and I don't know that we always see Americans so happy, but there's something about the way the children are supportive of, and also they revere their parents and their grandparents. So just a comment.
Well, not being Chinese, I can't answer that question. That certainly is something that I have been taught to believe to be true. I hope that it is generally true, and I don't know if it is true. I know that we have some Chinese students here in class, and if you want to answer that question, please do. Do you think, let me repeat the question, do you think that some Chinese elderly are happy because in Chinese culture, the elders are revered and treated well for the most part? And you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but if you do, is it true? Okay, so we're not getting an answer on that, and I respect. If you want to share
Liz?
it privately, that'd be cool too. Yes.
Hi, Liz. It's Jane. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it in person, but
Quite all
really
right.
happy to be here. I wanted to add to what Robin just said
Sure.
and say that what I see in these images, and it's my belief that Asians have a more a, a stronger connection to their bodies and to their physical comportment, and that creates a vibrance in their bearing.
Okay. Not being Asian myself, again, I can't answer that question. I hope that that belief is true.
Liz, it's Dina. I just wanted to add to what Robin and Jane said. I minored in Asian studies. I spent 10 years of my life in Asia, but they've got a history of worshiping their ancestors and Confucianism, which has a lot to do with something called filial piety. So if you're elderly, you have seniority within the family unit, and that's the basis of the Chinese culture. Anyway.
Thank you. All right, so these are all wonderful cultural observations. And I invite everyone, please, if this is an area of interest for you, please do further research on it, because this is what the visual arts can do for you. It can help you to see the humanity of others and learn more and try and understand more. And this is why I believe art can change the world. And I personally commend these two women for creating this book, because look at the discussion it's opened up here today. Great. All right, so I'm going to stop the share for now, but I do want to let folks know that I'm going to put this image back on the screen during the time that we're going to be creating our own work. So it's going to come back, but probably in a better version than this. Today, I stated in our email and also on the library website that you could bring in family photos, because when I looked at the images that come from this book, Chinatown Pretty, I immediately thought about my own family photos. So I invited folks to bring in family photos. Those of you at home may have easier access to family photos at this point, and copy them. You can create your own portrait of a family member or family members if you want to do a group portrait. Those of you here who did not bring family photos, if you have something on your phone, you could copy from that. Otherwise, you can look at the image on the screen, or I have brought in photographs. Not the same thing as doing a family photo, obviously, but you will have images of pictures to look at. I also have handouts for those of you who are here from previous classes on how to draw the human face. These are images that I have shared with those of you who are at home. I've shared these in previous classes. Aisha, I will try and share it through the chat with you as well. And I think maybe today I'm going to do a demo, Laura, on how to draw the human face for those of you who need review. The media that I'm suggesting for today is all dry. So I think you should work first in pencil and then start using any colored drawing media that you have, whether it's pastel, colored pencil, crayon, marker, whatever you have available to you. Do try and use color, because our artists today definitely were into doing color. And while you're working today, do think about the wonder and beauty of Chinese culture. But if you're using family photos, try and celebrate your own culture and background as well. So, any questions? let's go to work. Time for people here to get your supplies and get set up. I'm going to put the image of our friend Polka Dot on the screen. All right, I have to do the demonstration first. Thanks, Laura, for keeping me on track. Those of you who are here, if you needed that image of Polka Dot, you could start by practicing with pictures that I have brought. And if you want to change to Polka Dot later in the class, you can. My demo is only going to take about 10 minutes. Yeah. Anybody here want these? I've given these out many times. You ever got? One book. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm going to put in the chat that I am teaching a class tomorrow. Center here in Hoboken from 12 to 12:30. And there's lunch after. City is providing lunch. Here, Susan. Sally, you want these? Sally, that I'm using tomorrow. You don't need that today. It's not for tomorrow. I put it in my cards, but I didn't. Dan, do you want to? Not really? Grandchildren, do they treat you? Too early to tell. Let's talk about our kids. Good. All right, folks at home, can you see? Sally has the most beautiful grandchild. Well, except for Esther. Okay. Let's have it. Look at this. Okay, so folks at home, I hope you can see and hear me. I'm gonna do a brief demo, basic demo of how to draw in your face. Those of you here, I'm sorry that I have to be so loud. but maybe you need a refresher, so then it's good. Those who are here who need to watch me do this, you can come closer, or you can watch on this piece. For starters, the human face is an oval, drawing very lightly, so apologies if you cannot see what I'm doing. It's an oval, which means it is wider on top, narrower on the bottom. Our face is not a circle, it is an oval. Correct, this is an oval. Thank you. Sally is a great teacher. This is an oval. I don't know if most of you can see this. Oval. Then, as a cooking guide, I like to put a vertical guideline down the middle of the oval. And that is because the human face, can everyone see my face? Human face is horizontal, same on both sides. That's why I put the guideline down the middle. I'm now going to put a guideline for where the nose dips. The guideline for where the eyes dip. And then a guideline for where the mouth dips. So I now have one vertical guideline and 3 horizontal guidelines. You can measure proportions on the human face by eye length. Somebody watch the TV screen for me and see if you can actually see my face. I need to get a chair. Hold on. I'll be right back. Love this. I'm constantly learning how to teach. Now, that you can measure the face by eye length. And measure eye length by putting the eraser end of the inner part of the eye. And the fingertips. So the key is 1, 2, 3, 5 eye lengths wide. No matter how big your head is, or how wide your face is, it is eye length from here to here. All right? It never changes. The other cool thing is going to roughly do an eye. People do my hands look. I should be bigger for the size of the head I have. Experienced artists make mistakes. What am I experienced? Let's say you sketched in where your eyes are going to go. Other cool thing to notice is 1, 2, 3. The distance from here to here between the eyes, across the bridge of the nose, is an eye length. This distance, 1 eye length, from eye to eye, 1 eye length wide. I think that's magical. The nose is from the bridge to the tip, 1 eye length long. So measure, where is my nose gonna go? Right here. One eye length. Now then, where the nose is gonna go. So you can lightly where the nose. Another cool thing to notice about the nose, you take the eraser end of your pencil and put it on the inner corner of your eye. Use a straight line from the inside of the eye. Judy, can you see? It's a straight line, straight down from the inner corner of the eye to the outside edge of the nose. Both sides. Love it. Another thing to notice, this will help you to situate the mouth. Where does the mouth extend? If you take, again, lay it, this colored part of the eyeball. The iris of the eye, middle of the iris of the eye, and drop the pencil straight down before you hit the outer corner of the. Watch my pencil on the paper now. Boom. That's where the mouth is going to go. And make a little mark to remember. And it's the same thing both sides. It's a little bit. Now, but at least I have a general sense of where the mouth is going to fit. Okay. Lightly pencil that in. Always go back to make adjustments. I know basically where things are going to go on the face. And I can start going back, change things to make it look more realistic. And to add more. I'm going to talk today about how to draw the eye, the nose, and the mouth. I don't have enough time. Go back then and just shape of the face. Maybe when you drew your oval, the chin is too long. Now you can start making those adjustments. You have to really look at the picture first. Right? I hope that's helpful to everyone. Done. So now I'm going to put the image of the lady with the polka dot on the screen, and those of you who want to copy her, you can. Or those of you who are here, you can look at photographs in the magazines I brought, or pictures I cut out of magazines. Everyone good to go? Thank you for your help, Laura. Oh no, I don't want to do the slideshow. I want to do it from a better image. Oh, people at home, you're busy working. Okay, cool. How are you doing, Aisha? You good? Hi, Janice. So Janice, we're working either from this image or pictures that I brought from home. It is Asian American, Pacific Island, and Hawaiian Island History Month. So we are honoring Asian artists. Today we're looking at the photographs of Andria Lo. She has co-written a book called Chinese Pretty, or Chinatown Pretty. This is When you watch it, yeah. No, it's a great, it's a great magazine section about all the women and people that are either mentors for it or their daughter. Now, it's a singer-songwriter named Del Rey. Never heard of her. Oh my God, yes, it's 82 years old. I mean, she looks good. Joan Baez. She was beautiful. Susan, this is terrific. I'm probably the face they had. Start all over. Folks at home, are we good? I have to try and find you again. I think we lost folks at home. I'm going to put in the chat box this Thursday, tomorrow, which is May 4th. (2023). I'm teaching a class called Drawing as Meditation at the Multi-Purpose Center in Hoboken. That's at 2nd and Grand Street. From 12 to 12:30 p.m. And you get free lunch after. Only USD. 12 to 12:30 p.m. Also, this Sunday is the Hoboken Art and Music Festival. You can see many artists. Maybe if I have a minute, I will send it out in an email. I believe I sent the Drawing as Meditation out in an email already, but I can do it again. This Sunday is what, May 7th? I think so. May 7th. And it is on Washington Street. And it starts, what, at 11 a.m.? 11 a.m. and it goes till 5 p.m. And not me, but my husband, Ibu Ndoy, is going to have a booth. I do not know. No one knows where their location is until the day of the festival. But Laura reminded me this morning, but the artists are usually between 2nd and 3rd Street on Washington Street. You have to walk the avenue, which is fun. You walk the avenue to find the art. And he will have affordable art for all to buy. And if you've never seen his art, you're going to love it. So I have put that in the chat for all to see. Yes, it's visible to you too, Janice. You can write it down if you wish. It's also nice just to come and say hello to the artists. It's a considerable amount of work to set up a booth. Even for those of us who live here in Hoboken, it's schlepping a lot of heavy stuff. Those people who live a distance away, they probably get up at 4 a.m., if not earlier, to bring all their stuff to Hoboken. It's a big deal. We met her. We met her. She brought her dolls, remember? Oh, that was your aunt. Sorry. They look similar. They look. Okay, sorry. Forgive me. Hi, everybody at home. Are we good? Dina, good. Margot, you're working hard. Thanks, Dina, for letting me know. Robin, you hanging in? Guessing yes. I think Aisha, are you still there? Stephanie had to leave, I know.
Hi, Liz, it's Robin. I have to rush to the bus. Thank you so much for the class. I'll see you next week in person.
Send me JPEG, okay?
Okay, promise.
See what you created. Awesome. All right.
Oh,
Have a wonderful
thanks.
day. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
A drawing of me. Pencil drawing of me yesterday. And you can do it. Don't always. Well, okay, what time is it? Oh, my sister called. She never calls at the right. Right. Guys, this is a common thing. The iris, the colored portion of the eye, fills the whole eyeball. Really don't see that much of the white of the eye unless the person is really looking far to the left or really looking far to the right. It's just unusual. It really hurts your eyes to do that. Or really looking up, really looking down. So the colored part of the eye, the iris, literally fills up most of the eye. It's rare to see a large white area in the eye itself.
But the area is kind of like gross depending on the how much light is on the eye.
I'm sorry, but there are a lot of people talking in. You repeat.
Doesn't the iris grows and get smaller depending on the light?
That I believe is the pupil.
Uh,
The little black part of the eye enlarges when
Yeah.
you're indoors and shrinks when you're out. Yeah. But I always get the scientific terminology wrong. Somebody could look that up. Or- Yeah. They know it. Yes, you're happy. It was better. Yes. Yeah. How to be good. Take some of that and eat it. It's really. Don't get too much.
Yeah, this is my.
Who do I have left? I see Margot. Dina,
I'm still here.
yay. Lizzie's here. Stephanie had to leave to take care of her granddaughter. All right. We're good. Anybody want to share?
I'll share.
Good, Margot. All right, Dina, that means I have to take the picture down and
That's fine.
Janice.
That's fine.
Okay, Margot, let's let Janice take a picture of the screenshot.
Okay.
And then we'll share your. So this is a book, Chinatown Pretty, Fashion and Wisdom from Chinatown's Most Stylish, Janice. You can find it online. The images are online. Chinatown Pretty. The photographer is Andria Lo, L-O. Trying to spotlight you, Margot. Oh, you're already spotlighted. Okay, Laura, thank you. Wow, oh, I love this. This is
Okay.
an actual ancestor?
This is a picture, just a picture I used.
The face is absolutely wonderful. The one teacher comment I have, her shoulders have to be bigger.
Okay,
If you're worried about making it realistic proportions, the shoulders are wider. Remember, everybody, from the neck to the shoulder, except on everybody but me, it's one head length. I'm the incredible shrinking woman with terrible posture, but from the neck to the shoulder should be one head length. Horizontally laid, it is on me too. Miracle. So with the sized head you have, Margot, the shoulders are much wider. In fact, they might even run off the edge of the page.
well, that's what I was afraid of, so,
But I love her face.
thank you.
I want to know who she is.
I'll show you the source photo if I can find it. Let's see. I got it. Never can find these things when you want to.
Right next to you if you're drawing.
I know, you'd think, right? I keep having cats get in my way and I have to move things.
I don't want to stress you out. You can send it to me, okay? Don't worry about it.
I did another thing, but I don't like it.
Oh, this is another work.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is this our favorite ballerina whose name I'm blocking?
Wow.
Oh, no, it is not she. It's someone else. Wow, great. Well done. Bravo.
Mm.
All right, sister in the house. Dina, do you want to share?
I would love to share, but I sent it to you on your phone because I can't change my picture and I can't show myself. I put this on my computer so I could see what we were doing, but anyway. And this is my rough draft. So
So you sent it to me as an email because I don't have a text.
message, I sent it as a text message. But I can send it to you by email. Let me do that. That would be easier.
Because I'm not seeing a text message from you. I see one from Margot.
Here we go. Okay, I just
Here.
sent it.
Are you sure you sent it to the right number?
I hope so, but I sent it to the email anyway. I sent it to,
Here's the picture.
Oh, love it. Make her hair darker in your drawing, please.
Yeah, I will.
And look, her shoulders are quite wide. Look at the distance from the side of her face to the side of her shoulder.
Yeah, I hear you.
it looks like Marie Curie. Anyway, I sent it to 201-424-1275.
That is correct. I don't have it.
It's okay. But the email, I send it to you. And I do this on, what do you call it, draft paper? And then I'm going to put it on nice paper. I just can't work that fast in 2 hours. Sorry.
No,
guys.
no. And you know, I don't want you to work quickly. If that's,
I know.
you should work.
Anyway, I was doing a Taoist picture.
All right. Well, you know what? I have to look at it later, Dina. Forgive me.
Okay, rough draft.
Love this photo you have up now. It's
Yes, it's a
Egyptian, right?
Minoan bison.
It's Egyptian.
Minoan
Minoan.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
art history class I taught.
Oh,
And that was cool information that you lived in Asia for 10 years. What country did you live in?
Didn't live, traveled for 10 years to China, Hong Kong, Bangkok,
okay.
Indonesia, India,
Sure.
Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. I might have missed
All
one.
along the tour, Dina.
What?
A lot of territory.
All
Yeah.
along the tour.
It was a lot of territory.
We have to walk. All right, we'll talk more. Lizzie, would you like to share?
All right.
Wow,
Beautiful.
is this a relative? Because the resemblance is strong.
It's my grandfather.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's hard to get,
You captured him well.
yeah, it's hard to get the,
So I have a couple of suggestions.
mhm.
Put the photograph up again, please, next to the face so I can see if I'm right. His face seems a little bit longer and thinner, and you can create the illusion of thinness by adding a little more shadow on the sides
I was struggling with that.
of the face and possibly lengthen
Lauren,
the chin a bit.
want to see my picture?
Mm,
Lengthen the chin a bit.
mm. Yeah, yeah.
And the last suggestion I had to
And
make,
this is
and
just a
it
rough
will
draft, but
lengthen
you know,
the face,
I'll,
tiny bit of shadow on the left side of his nose. See where you have it very bright and white?
Yeah.
A tiny bit of shadow
oh, nice. I like
side
that.
as well.
Mm,
I like it.
Very light shadow.
mm.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
you know,
eager
it's
to
Really
kind
well
of
done.
hard to capture
go
age.
to
or
I'm
young
sorry, 1
on
minute, Lizzie.
Instagram.
Somebody, Dina, perhaps you, could you
Oh,
mute,
sorry.
please? Okay, thank you. All right, Lizzie, try again.
Oh, I said it's hard to capture age, either really young or older.
It is difficult, but this is a beautiful drawing.
Mm, thanks.
Well done. Kudos. All right, folks here in house, you want to share? Time's a wasting. Daniel, he wants to share. I know he does. You want to come with the camera, Laura, or do you want me to? Oh, I can hold it up. So I have to spotlight me again. Look at Daniel's portrait of his mother. It's magnificent. Look at the great expression on her face. And I love the details in the background. Very strong composition, Dan. Look at how he's done the perspective so well.
And the expression. Mm,
Yeah, the expression on her face is just wonderful.
mm,
And it looks like her.
mm.
Bravo. You're welcome. Janice, you want to share? That's what makes it art. So Janice did our new friend Polka Dot.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Isn't that terrific?
I love the name too.
I want to grow up to be Polka Dot myself.
That's great. Now, did she draw it first or you just go right to painting?
Did you draw with pencil first or did you go directly to the pastel?
Charcoal.
She drew first in charcoal and it's
Oh,
pastel.
that's pastel,
paint.
not watercolor? Oh, amazing.
Look at the expression on that face. Beautiful,
Yeah.
done, Janice. Janice is very bold and brave with her color. And it
Yeah, I am the opposite.
well. Sally, you want to share? Yes. So Sally did a portrait. She was looking at a photograph in a magazine. She's working on it. It's a work in progress. I love it.
Mm.
Awesome.
Yeah, the proportions look good.
The proportions are great. And she's learning to make the iris fit the eye.
That's a hard part.
It's a real breakthrough. We have feedback. I'm not sure why. Shirley, can I share yours? It's a work in progress. Artists share unfinished work to get ideas about what to do next, right? Get advice from our peers. Look at this, Shirley's work in progress. She is doing a portrait of a friend.
Bring it closer. There we go. Wow.
Shirley's awesome.
Look at the accuracy in her work. It's amazing. All right, thank you, Shirley. Expert drawing. Heather is next.
Nina's got feedback. Yeah. Off.
All right, Heather, you might have to come up and help me because I don't think I can hold both. So Heather is next. Heather is working with this photo. Look at how cool.
Ooh, wow. So that's watercolor?
No, this is pastel.
Oh my God, I always think everything's watercolor.
Look at the expert blending she did on
Work
the
without a color, you hope it is.
face. Gorgeous.
Yeah, the shading is amazing.
All right, well done. Thank you, Heather. I would talk more about it, but it's heavy. Do you want to take this picture with you? Alice. Oh, we're right. All right, Alice did a portrait of her grandfather. It is so cool. But Alice, was he a fisherman, a stevedore? What was?
The sailing ship that fished on Long Island. But he also played,
This is such a wonderful portrait. Niels Peter Larsen is here with us today.
Cool name too.
And it looks exactly like the photograph. Alice is lucky enough to have a photograph of him. Well done. Look at her great use of shading. And the photograph was small, so she really worked hard at capturing the image from a not very clear photo. So kudos, congratulations. Mika, stop cutting. You gotta look at them. And this is your nephew, right, Mika? All right, Mika's nephew, all colored pencil, correct?
That's fantastic.
Pastel and colored pencil.
Well done, Mika.
Beautiful.
hey, wow.
And she did all that in this little bit of time?
She did. Here's the secret. Mika really focuses. A bomb could drop in here and Mika would still be drawing. Right? Nothing distracts Mika.
My cats would.
Well, unlike me, everything distracts me. Gorgeous color, Mika.
Mm.
Judy's wonderful portrait. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That is great. Good job.
Judy was working from the magazine photo, correct? Yes. Well done. Look at the proportions are like perfect. And the color, the skin tones are great.
Mm.
All right, bravo, everyone. We have 1 minute left. We will continue our celebration of Asian, Pacific Islander, and Hawaiian Islander folk next class. And you're welcome, Judy. I can't cover all of Asia in our studies this month, but I'm going to try and hit artists from different parts of Asia. I look forward to seeing you all. If you get to the Art and Music Festival on Sunday, I hope I see you. And if you're around in Hoboken tomorrow between 12 and 12:30, do stop by the Multipurpose Center between 12 and 12:30 for a nice, relaxing, short drawing class. Thanks you, Laura, and hooray. See you next week.
Thank you.
Art on, everybody.